you, to you, to you. Okay. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Hi everyone, welcome to
BSFR.
podcast. Yay! Today's topic is
About toxic traits of Asian
households.
households.
Before we start the main topic, we'll do a little catch up because we haven't posted for 2 weeks.
I'm the editor, so it's kind of my fault. Plus, we've been busy with projects.
Oh yeah. And I got sick, so we weren't able to film. And as she said, we were busy, so we couldn't fit in the schedule like to film. So this is the only time where we can film again after a long time.
We'll try to fit it in our programs.
Because there's actually people who asks me like, "Oh, when are you gonna post the next one? When are you gonna post the next one?" And yeah, it's been what 1 month now.
No? I don't
I
know.
wanna check it. I wanna check if it's been 1 month. I think at least 2 to 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks at least.
I think so too.
But yes, we're gonna start with a catch up since we have 2 to 3 weeks of like to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
But with all the basics, that we're busy, it's mostly school, I got sick, the editing part.
What have you been up to doing these past few weeks?
So I have work part time,
Mm-hmm.
which takes a time in my week.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have school, college, I don't know how I want to say it. And sometimes I miss the first hours because of my work.
Aren't you also going gym? Yeah.
I was gonna say that. And recently, so happy, I renew my membership in gym.
Yeah.
Because I used to go gym 2 years ago, I think. And I stopped because, yeah, I just didn't have the money. And at the time, I wasn't working enough to have the money for the membership. But at the same time, we had school and I also had part times and I didn't know how to fit it in. Now that I've learned more time management, I think I can find out like I can figure
Sorry.
yeah, mine. I can figure out like where to put it in. Now I'm used to like everything like work,
Time
school,
man-
yeah, time management, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm wearing this watch because yeah, I started gym and this will help a lot. What about your work, your job?
Um, I'm also working weekdays and weekends sometimes, but sometimes I don't really have the motivation to edit. That's what I've been doing, and I've been doing also our projects, which
Oh
is a
my
lot.
gosh, yeah, we also have projects. But did you guys notice we have new mic? It's so cute. It is white. Because the other mic we had was borrowed from her cousin.
We had technical difficulties, which kind of ruined the video.
I think that's what ruined also your motivation to do it.
Yeah, because it
'Cause
ruined the whole video. Like,
like I kept telling her edit, and she's tired of the voice technical difficulty. She's like
yeah,
tired to correct
to
it.
balance the voices
Voice.
because some of our voices are like low or some of our voices are high.
And it's kind of sad because the topic in that podcast is so interesting
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
actually good. Like I think we projected well
Yeah.
enough. But I think we should do part 2 on that also because that's you know
There's more
there's
topics.
more, yeah. And not only that, it's just the technical difficulty kind of ruined it. So I think it would be good if we do a part 2 with better
Yeah,
quality.
quality and gadgets. Bro, my throat.
You want water?
I think it's dry.
Yeah, go take water.
Okay, guys. I'll be back.
She'll be back. Can you bring me also?
Yeah.
But first, water. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink water.
I cannot open it. It hurts.
No, but seriously, drink water. Right now, if you reach this part of the podcast, drink water.
Girl.
But first, stay hydrated.
we've been having like dry throat because of the weather.
Yeah, the weather here in Greece is so so
So different.
confusing.
It's like
It's like bipolar.
yeah, for and one of the reasons why we're getting sick also because of the weather.
Yeah.
Today we don't really have a topic to really talk about. We do have, but we weren't really prepared for it fully.
Yeah, this wasn't fully planned
Yeah.
well. It was planned but not well planned. So we'll just do whatever we can to make this podcast interesting, and we're gonna make it up to you
Yeah.
guys. From next podcast, we'll try our best to make it up.
We might be posting Ask Me Anything on Instagram for you guys to find us a topic to talk about on our video because we are like running out of ideas.
Yeah,
So,
we have more ideas. It's just we don't know if it's interesting for you
mm,
guys. So I think it's better if we get your opinion as well so we can make this conversation even better.
mhm,
And I hope everyone participates so yeah, we can extend the conversation and make it more interesting.
yes,
Oh, do you want to say the crazy thing that happened in the bus? Well, it's not crazy. It's more of annoying. Like, why would they
is
do that?
it is a very disrespectful thing also.
Yeah, and this never happened.
Never.
Never.
This is the like we changed our mind to take another a different route, and we went to the center of Athens to take bus, right?
Yeah.
And then when we were waiting for the bus came. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But there were two girls in
In
front of
front of
us,
us.
and we were all wait. So it's me, her, and two girls in front of us. We were waiting for the people to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we were going in the bus, we were not.
We weren't going up slow. We
Yeah, we
weren't
weren't.
taking our time. We were just nor casually going up.
Yeah, going up because we've been waiting for people to go
Go
down,
down.
and there were a lot of people who were going down. So when the two girls went up in the
We went up
bus,
also,
we went
obviously.
up.
We didn't like went slow or
She was in
anything.
front of me, right?
Yeah, I was in front of her. She was behind me.
And then when she went in, the
Like
door
yeah.
immediately closed on her.
I
Like
just like put one foot on. I was like half on. Like imagine this my feet. It's like this.
yeah,
And then she was behind me, and I could feel that if cause I don't know why, but for some reason, words didn't come out my mouth. Like my brain didn't like think of words to say.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
instead, the first thing that went in my head is push the
Push,
door open.
like push it open.
So I was like this.
She was really strong for that.
Because
When
I could feel it shutting, and I could feel that once they shut it, they're gonna leave you behind.
yeah, I can feel it also
That
that
they're
they're
like in a rush in a way.
in a rush to leave me behind.
Yeah. So I was like pushing it so hard. Like
I was struggling.
she was trying to help
Yeah,
us.
I was
She was like
struggling.
me. I was like
Bro,
I
I
was
was so mad when we both got in.
yeah, but not only that, it's the fact that they didn't even because normally other drivers when they feel that the door is not closing, they realize oh someone is trying to go in or oh someone's about to get you know squished in the middle.
Yeah,
So they open it obviously.
yeah.
It never reached to the point where we're already pushing. They're still trying to close the
Close it.
door.
Yeah,
And that's what pissed us
us
off.
off.
But at the same time, we were so dead because we just came out of class.
Yeah.
So we were just there like sitting. When we, oh yeah, continue
But
first.
still, they
Yeah.
could have said sorry. Instead, he looked at us.
Yeah.
He looked at us, and I stomped on the bus so hard.
I didn't
And I got
notice that.
mad. Because
But
you didn't
yeah.
notice it because he shut the door immediately.
Mm. You were about to actually like
Yeah,
be left
I was about to say
behind.
some words,
Mm.
but at that time I didn't really have energy. I was so shocked that I couldn't say anything.
Also,
Also,
you had a headache
yeah,
before
I
that.
had a headache. So,
When we went up, we sat, of course,
yeah, we sat.
and we were just like out of words. Like, what the heck did just happen? Because normally you would notice when it's like an accident or you didn't notice, but that felt like they were doing it on purpose, and
Yeah,
that was like the what bothered us the most,
yeah.
that it felt on purpose.
And while we were in the bus, he was driving all the way to the what's
Last
Terma?
station
Yeah,
in a
last
way.
station. And then there's these two kids
Yeah, in front.
in front trying to communicate to him and saying they want to take over the bus for a little,
No,
like,
we stopped and the door wasn't open yet, and one of the guys were like,
yeah.
he didn't even say, "Sir, can you open the door?" He just said, "Open," and then
Yeah.
the driver just opened the door for them. And I was like, "What? Why is this driver listening to these two kids?"
We can show you couple
We have
clips.
footage. Just we
Yeah.
had footage just in case something happened, because after that, when the doors opened, the driver left and let the two guys like play around the,
The
how do you call, steering
bus, yeah.
wheel, the engine, the mic, the
Yeah.
wheels also, diba?
Yeah, the I don't know how, but there's this thing with buses.
Yeah, where you
When the
can
engine is
lower,
opening, it's
yeah.
going up the bus, and when the engine is closed,
No, they control it though.
they control
Yeah.
it.
But not only that, not only the bus putting it down and up, there's like
Yeah,
other
the
passengers and
engine.
they're not licensed.
They're not like bus driver license
They're not
people.
licensed, yeah.
One was picking up of they keep
When, yeah,
changing places. We were
yeah.
kind of panicking because
Because you never know what's gonna happen.
exactly they don't even know how to work this thing, and who knows did
And the
they.
fact that the driver didn't even scold them or
Σας επισημαίνω ότι καθώς συντάσσετε τη διαδρομή σας θα πάρετε το ενδεχόμενο ελέγχου εισιτηρίου. Οι επιβάτες σε περίπτωση που δεν διαθέτουν επικυρωμένο έγκυρο εισιτήριο ή κάρτα, οφείλουν βάσει του νόμου 1214 του 1981 να επιδεικνύουν στον ελεγκτή την αστυνομική τους ταυτότητα ή οποιοδήποτε έγγραφο ταυτοπροσωπείας.
like, let's say it's his sons. Let's say it's his sons. Why keep it professional? It's your job. Why are you letting your kids play around the bus where there's like five or seven people, like seven lives in the bus while they're playing around with the bus?
Exactly.
And
And he
yeah.
was just out of the bus using his phone for some reason. And we're like in the bus panicking what we should do.
Yeah, we were thinking to leave and take another bus, but the other bus was in 5 minutes. But the walk from the other station that we were gonna take
And-
the bus was like more than 5 minutes. So if
Yeah,
we went to walk, we would have missed that bus, and then
already.
we would go home late again. So
Yeah.
they were like, let's just stay and hope that nothing happens.
So instead we filmed the whole thing.
Yeah. And but when the guys finally left, they were like playing around because in the front, outside, in the front of the bus, you press the button and the door opens
Yeah.
if you're outside, so you
Yeah.
can open the door. And they were pressing it
Yeah, pressing
when
it to
they,
open the
yeah.
door so they can go in again.
Well, it might be a small thing, but like it was just so weird because as a driver, and there has been many accidents here in Greece,
Yeah.
mostly like transportation thing. So like we were just worried if something
Yeah.
happened, because the fact that the driver let the two kids play with the engine, it's like it shows that he's careless. So you never
Yeah.
know what else he can be careless about. Like he could be carelessly driving, and you never know what's gonna happen. But thank God we're safe.
Okay, now let's talk about toxic traits of Asian households.
One toxic trait, like Asian households or parents?
Household
Households,
or
or can I say about parents also, like toxic?
parents, you can say also.
Okay, I think one toxic traits, like in Asian households, basically like our parents,
Yeah.
because like our parents makes the household
Yeah.
toxic. not not all parents. Like I'm not saying all parents, all Asian parents are toxic. Warning, I'm not saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's just our parents make the environment of the house. So the way they are affects the environment of the house, which makes the house toxic if your parents are. But I think because our parents have this thing where they compare their past a lot.
For real.
They compare their past lifestyle to our lifestyle. The thing is, it's like generation, the gap, the age gap is huge.
And
So
different.
yeah, they would say like, when I was your age,
I didn't do this. I wasn't on my phone. I never.
I went on the field, I went farming.
Yeah, I never searched Google Maps to find this. I had to go library.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But the thing is, they should learn, I feel like they should learn to accept that we're not in the past anymore. Like, we're, it's, a different environment, so they cannot force their past to our
Mm-hmm.
um lifestyle in a way.
Yeah.
Also, they grew up in Philippines, which is so much different from Europe
Yeah, it is so much
countries.
different.
But the fact that they always say to us that, oh, we came here to give you a good life so you don't experience what we had, and then when we're not experiencing what they went through, and that we're having a better life comparing to what they had,
They'll be complaining that
yeah, they'll be complaining that
that
we are having this life and blah, blah, blah. But they wanted that for us, so I don't understand why would they be mad about it.
yeah, I don't understand too.
Or
Of
sometimes
their
they're trying to tell us to be more grateful, but instead of just saying you should be grateful because this and that, they'll make us feel bad, to like the fact that we didn't go through what they went through, but like we
yeah,
can't do anything about it. This is how we were
race.
raised, we were brought out to the world.
Do your parents ignore your personal boundaries, such as your privacy, space, or personal choice?
Well, during high school, I don't know if everyone was like this, but I was so secretive to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Same. No,
I,
honestly, same.
I would hide everything. I don't know how to explain. I'd be so scared if my parents found out, because personally, growing up when I was younger, my parents didn't really want me to have contact with boys because
Yeah,
I'm a girl.
yeah,
So like, it's dangerous in a way at the time when I was younger. But like now, yeah, I'm older, so it's
mm-hmm.
fine. And of course, when I had a friend, like a male friend, it was like a scary thing. Like, I wanna hide it from my parents, or I would like, I have this friend. It wasn't like, I like this person or anything. We weren't like, we didn't like each other. It wasn't something romantic. It was just like plainly friend.
Friends.
Yeah, we were like a group at the time. We were like elementary though. I had a fake name for that guy,
Mm-hmm.
and oh my days, he had to make another account with another
Really?
profile pic and another name.
Really?
And not only that, I think before I didn't have my own messenger account. I think I was using my parents' account. I
Really?
think, yeah. But generally though, I had Instagram though. That was my escape in a way, like my own personal thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you experienced this, but I argued when I was like elementary to middle school. I had an argument with my mom because she really wanted to check my phone
Yeah.
before, and I would fight with her and everything. But now, surprisingly, I think she understood that I need my own privacy now. Like,
Yeah.
during the end of the end of middle school, high school, and now, she never checked my phone. She never checked my phone, which I'm so
Yeah.
thankful. But there was one scenario. It was high school, and at the time I was talking with my boyfriend the night before that,
Yes.
and I didn't turn off my phone. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't even know why it stayed open.
Mm-hmm.
But my phone was open to our conversation. It was just open right there. Like, my mom could scroll up or check photos. I don't know. She could do whatever she wanted to. But she came in my room and she just left. She never checked the phone. Because she walked in the room, right? I heard it, but I was
Mm-hmm.
half asleep. And when she left the room, I saw my phone, it was open. I was like, did my mom read like my messages? And it's not like, oh, because I don't want her to see my messages with my partner. But it's also like my friends have their secrets as well. So
Yeah.
I always tell my mom that my friends have their own secrets that they don't want other people to know. So like, or they don't want their parents to know. So why would you want know, like, another parent?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want that for my friends also. But the fact that apparently she walked in my room to just leave money for my snacks at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're telling me they used to ignore your personal space and
No, they
everything.
used to go in my space when I was in
Uh
middle school and
yeah,
elementary
yeah,
and middle
yeah. They
school.
used to.
But the
Oops.
end of middle school and high school, yeah, they were totally respectful, and I love
Yeah.
it.
The same. They used to when I say something secret of mine to them, they would go make a joke out of it
Mm,
and make me feel embarrassed or feel bad.
mm,
Like that made me start having secrets,
mm,
and it's their fault, of course.
mm,
So sometimes I'm aware of telling my secrets to them now.
mm.
And yeah.
Now, next question.
Next question. Are you constantly compared to relatives, neighbors, or family friends in a way that makes you feel inadequate?
I think every Asian, or I don't know, maybe not even Asian, maybe every child comparing their child with another child, which doesn't help at all in parenting and just lecturing your kid.
Actually, that's true because it's if especially if you have a sibling, it's like you're
Mm,
telling them to compete against each other and hate
yeah.
on each other.
My boyfriend said if we ever have like kids that are siblings, we'll never compare to the other because that would make them go against each other, as you said.
Yeah.
And not only that, I realized to others, because I don't have siblings. So I realized to other siblings that in the end of the day, when your parents are gone, when you don't have your friends and everything, you'll have your siblings, that your
Yeah.
sibling or siblings.
Yeah.
So it's not good to make them go against each other.
In the end, you'll have your sibling.
Just generally comparing makes them go against each other. So just don't
True.
compare.
Not.
That's why it's important to not compare.
Yeah. To not compare, to not hate against each other.
I think sometimes it's their point. I get their point, but the way they express it, sometimes it's wrong. Like
Yeah, for real.
their point is, for example, for example, you're my daughter, and your sister, right? And I'll be like, oh, you should look at your sister. She's more productive. She's doing all the dishes and stuff like that. It's either you're gonna start doing the dishes or you're gonna hate her for
Mm-hmm.
showing off, let's say. Just
Mm-hmm.
an example. But their point is just for you to be more productive. But they
Yeah.
didn't, just comparing doesn't always work the like good way.
Now I have question for you guys.
Oh,
Comment down below, I guess. Do your parents discourage unconventional career choices and push traditional paths like medicine, law, or engineering to you guys?
mm.
I'm curious because there are a lot of kids that are pushed to do those things.
You know what's the thing? I don't know why. I think it's the Asian thing again. I don't. It's totally the Asian thing. This time I know it's the Asian thing. Like if you say you're doctor or nurse, they, for some reason, personally I experienced this, they automatically think that you were forced to or your parents told to.
Yeah.
Because I know three people that I told them that I want to be nurse or
Oh
doctor,
yeah, really?
and yeah, they asked me what I wanted to do after high school. I told them medical field, and they thought that, oh, your parents told you that, huh? I'm like, no, I want this. No one forced me.
Mm.
But because it's like medical, because Asian parents, specifically Filipinos,
Force.
yeah, they always force their kid to take
Something like
nursing, yeah,
that.
like a high, like nursing,
Positioned.
doctor, engineer, like
Yeah.
that.
They think that our parents are forcing us to go through a high position career, and everybody is like
Yeah.
underestimating us,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
not our intention naman.
You know what? I can share my dad's story about this because he has a similar experience. He wanted to be a doctor. But at the time, because Philippines, at the time, my parents, or my dad specifically, didn't have the money for college, or for, yeah, college, like doctor course. But like, I don't know, he said that he got the scholarship. I don't know what happened. It's either they didn't have money for it, or the slots, like the positions for doctor in college, was full already. And not only that, his mom, basically my grandmother, wanted him to go in the military, like soldier.
Yeah.
And not only because my grandmother said that, for some reason other people were saying it to my grandmother, and my grandmother was forcing it to my dad. But he wanted doctor. So because of that, he went soldier, like military, even
Mm-hmm.
though he really wanted doctor. After that, he took teacher. He studied teaching. Basically, long story short, he went with his mom's decision that led him in a, like, he's not thriving. Imagine you took this course, you finished it, and then nothing. And then you
Yeah.
did this, and then nothing again. And the first one that you really, really wanted, you had to let go because of this thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
imagine three rejections in life, and then you end up being in another country.
Yeah, sad. But at least he's strong up
Yeah.
until now. Do
Do, do, do.
do your parents demand obedience and make major life decision for you without considering your opinions? They did. To
Yeah.
me and my sister, and it's actually not nice because we didn't really like it at first because we were child. We weren't really interested on it.
What was it?
It's going into an English cram school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we weren't really interested because we were going Philippine school,
Yeah.
and we left Philippine school though and
Yeah.
transferred to Greek
Yeah,
school.
we talked about it in the first podcast.
Yeah, first podcast. If you guys are not watching, they put us into English cram school, so we won't be left behind with English.
Mm.
But we were like confident of our English that time.
Like, it wasn't something you were interested
Yeah,
or
interested,
passionate.
not passionate at all. We wanted something else like judo, taekwondo, or something.
Physical, like, hobbies.
Yeah, like or music.
Ooh, sorry.
Besides English, we didn't expect to be enrolled to that cram school. So we kept going to that cram school until we grew up and finished high school to get that certificate of Michigan, I don't know, Hellenic American Union certificate that we passed and like had a profession of
Yeah,
English.
yeah, proficiency.
And that will help actually in our college, which is good. But
But
we didn't really want to spend our time to this course when
like,
we were
yeah,
kids.
like,
We
it took
wanted
so much
something.
of your time.
Yeah, it took so much of our time. We could have done a lot of things, or like play volleyball like with other kids.
Like, enjoy.
We were like forced in a way to do it, but in the end it actually benefited us. What about you?
Me? Not really. Like, most of the hobbies that I have now is because I wanted it.
Oh, you're lucky.
Actually, wait. It's not really a big deal, but it's one thing that my first instrument that I wanted to learn was a violin.
Yeah.
But my mom said I should do piano instead. So I
Yeah.
did piano. And then my parents were saying you should try guitar, but I was like, no. They said, okay, then no.
Yeah.
But then soon I was interested to guitar, so my dad taught me. And then drums, yeah, I learned by myself. Volley, I was interested, and I just told my parents I wanna go volley. And then I wanted also taekwondo,
Yeah.
but at that time, I think puberty hit.
Yeah,
It
you
was like,
cannot.
yeah, my mom didn't want me because stuff grows when you hit
Yeah.
puberty, and my mom was scared, like, I'll hit it or get injured
Yeah, yeah.
somehow, because it's a martial art,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
very physical. What else? Bike. I think bike is a normal thing to learn, but some people don't know how to ride a bike.
I used to not
You know now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned to ride a bike 2 years ago only. Yeah.
That's
My
crazy.
brother was like helping me, but
Oh.
not really helping me.
Mm.
He's just watching. So I was like, I think I can do it. So I did it on the road. I nearly got crushed. Yeah, I
Mm.
fell so many times, had so many bruises on my legs. And in the end, I did it by myself.
Yeah, but that's it. Like nothing else. My parents never forced me. Like never made a big decision that they forced on me. Yeah.
That's a problem. Like Asian parents are so good at forcing us,
Mm.
and we're just like being obedient, and that's a bad thing.
I think it's the
It's like
Filipino culture because my dad said that Filipino culture
culture.
culture is so family oriented. So if you do something against your family, it's like the biggest, like you're shameful, like
Yeah, you're shame. You're
you're
not a part
shaming,
of
you're
this family
disgrace to your
already.
family. It's like, yeah,
Exactly.
that's what my dad said, which is bad. That's what my dad's saying. Like
Is bad.
Filipinos shouldn't be so family. But because personally, even though I look the most Pinoy here, I'm very not Pinoy. I'm not Filipino
What do you
tradition.
mean you look the most Pinoy
Because I'm
here?
brown.
Whatever. Whatever.
'Cause I have the, how do you call it again?
Morena.
Yeah, morena. That's why.
Whatever.
I'm not, I'm not trying to annoy you. But you know what I mean. Like, I look,
Yeah.
if they see me, oh,
Filipino,
yeah.
Filipino. Who am I? Chinese.
I want to know this. But yeah, even though I look, yeah, as I said, the most Filipino because of my morena, my mindset, my beliefs, and tradition is not Filipino
Yeah.
personally. So I disagree with the family being so family oriented. Like, yeah, you should love your family. That's no, that should
True.
be like it's law. It's law.
Respected, yeah.
Yeah, period. But
Being controlled fully? No, it's not a rule,
yeah,
guys. You should fight
also,
back.
mm, like the S near. If you guys are watching PBB, oh, do I put that in?
Pinoy!
I'll put that in for commercial.
Bruh.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys saw the recent PBB with Esnir. So he at in quarantine, he of course TikTok. Everyone like tried TikTok when quarantine
Be
hit,
content
and
creators,
yeah,
yeah.
he tried to he posted a video, and all of a sudden it went up. Like when he woke up, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
it had like thousands of likes and stuff like that. So he decided to pursue it even
More.
more, yeah, which led to like earnings, like financially it started getting paid in a way, like his videos,
More.
yeah, which made him happy because he can help his family. He found another opportunity to go Manila, which is the capital city of the Philippines, and a lot of artists there. It's like LA of Philippines, Manila.
Yeah.
He went there to do even more videos so he can help even more his family, and it became so busy where he didn't get to catch up. There was 1 month where he couldn't catch up with his family.
Yeah. They didn't text for a month. They didn't have any connection anymore,
Communication, yeah,
communication with the family. And the dad thought that he went to Manila just to abandon them
and enjoy,
and
and he thought that
enjoy,
he was enjoying his life being the
like,
artist in a
yeah,
way.
had fun like by himself. And little did the dad know, as Near was doing all this for his family to provide for them.
And because of that one small mistake that they haven't communicated for 1 month, the father told Esnir that it's okay, we can live without you. Like, I don't know, it's kind of toxic because he was busy for them.
Yeah.
And then the father's like, "Oh, you're not talking to us, you're enjoying your life. Okay, we don't need you in the family anymore," and
Yeah,
stuff
he
like that.
went straight to assumption without even asking,
Yeah.
without anything.
And yeah, that's like one example of Filipino parents toxic.
Traits.
Yeah. Is mental health dismissed in your household? with issues like anxiety or depression being seen as laziness or weakness.
What do you mean? I didn't understand that. That's why.
Like, for example, you're anxious about something, but then they're gonna say, no, you're just like this, you're just like that. It's not like that. For example, you're stressed, and they're like, it's not even stressful. You're not supposed to, like, it's easy. Why are you like that? Like, something like that.
No, yeah,
Has that happened?
it happened. So my sister had an advantage in a certain situation, and my parents started comparing or saying stuff that is not supposed to be phrased that way to
Mhm.
help me get through it also,
Like,
right?
basically, they were trying to make you reach her advantage,
Yeah,
but instead of saying it in a way to
but
motivate you,
yeah,
they were like comparing you in a make like
certain way to make
certain
me
way feel
feel
bad,
bad and try to motivate me in that way.
but
But
it's
that's not how you actually motivate someone. Like,
yeah, mostly if you tried your best and then
yeah,
they don't see it,
exactly.
and then
They
they
don't
just
see it.
and then instead of like congratulating, like, oh, it's okay, you tried your best, they'll compare. It's like
Exactly. Their comparison another level. It's always a comparison in the household.
but it's not your sister's fault.
No, it's not
No,
my sister's, but I love my parents.
I think every Filipino parents have a bad way of communicating. They don't know
Yeah.
how to properly um
Their
say
parents
their
themselves
words.
can't even phrase things well.
Yeah,
That's why they're grown like that.
like communication, like they don't know how to communicate properly. Like, instead of calmly saying, "Sit here, let's talk. I have this issue," they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?"
Exactly. It's like screaming, not
Yeah.
communicating anymore.
Are your achievements often dismissed or seen as not enough, no matter how hard you try?
Actually,
Yeah.
when
Before, I think. Now
what
I think they acknowledge it more now.
but
More
they've been
kind.
more kind in a supportive way
Mm.
that will make us pursue more in our
Nursing,
course.
yeah. Because every before when we started nursing, my mom would always ask like, "Oh, do you like it? Do you like it?" Just to
Yeah,
make sure, cause
yeah.
like
My mom was also asking me that.
they have to make sure that it's something we like. Cause if it's not something we like, then why would we continue it? Like,
Mm,
yeah, I think that's a good thing about our, like, a green
yeah.
flag.
I hope parents also will see this. But that doesn't mean if you don't like this course and drop out, you're not gonna start studying again. No, it
There's
will
a
take
right time.
yeah, it will
Yeah.
take time to find the right course for you
Like, there
to
are
study
other
again
people, like, there's so many people that are still trying to figure out, like,
what they want.
that's why
Yeah.
some people after high school they're still not studying because they don't know what
Yeah.
they want to do. They don't know.
There's also elder peoples that are still trying to find
Yeah.
which one they want. So it's not too late like what we previously said.
Yeah.
There's also this toxic trait when you go to your country and just because you're an immigrant and came from another country, your relatives from Philippines think that you're so rich and would spend on anything they want.
Yeah.
Like even on food, it's all your
It's all on you.
treats,
It's all on you. Yeah.
your treat. Even going to I don't know,
Mall.
arcades or
Yeah.
malls, it's all
It's
your
on you.
money
Yeah.
spent on. Like they think you're actually rich.
Yeah, because you're
Which
in another country.
yeah, it's
So
just so bad.
when they ask for money and you say no, they think that you just don't
You
want, you're
you're selfish.
selfish. Ah, yeah, but sometimes, like, there's a time where our parents are struggling, but they don't
Exactly.
see it that way. Like, when my uncle came, he realized how hard it actually is here, and he understands now why there are times where my parents would not send money.
Yeah.
But now that he's here and he's the one working, he understands fully. I think also your aunt.
Yeah, everybody.
Do your parents disregard your need for rest and personal time, expecting you to always be productive? Long story short,
Yeah.
one, two, three.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know how parents kick out their kids home. Like they kick them
I
out
I
of
can't
home.
I can't even. Why would you kick out your own child after raising them for so long? I don't understand that
I
part.
don't understand. You know when they fight and then they said, "Okay, if you fight with me, you're gonna sleep out." What's that mean, naman?
It's just I've seen also on TikToks a lot of kids are being kicked out and they don't know where to go. And
And that's
it's
where
embarrassing on your name to kick out your child and your child will gonna sleep on someone else's house. In the end, you're showing that you don't care.
basically, as I said in the beginning, the parents affect the environment of the household. So if the parents are like in a certain way, that's how the household is. So if the household is toxic, that means the parents also is toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we talked about parents a lot in this podcast, because
They're the one
yeah,
who's in
it's like the
control.
main foundation in a way.
Yeah.
Kids or people generally like our age people who get compared, just don't take it personally. It's just maybe that's their only way
To
to,
strengthen your emotions or
yeah,
something.
sometimes like those type of disciplinary is tough love in a way.
Yeah, challenging you guys.
But like, yeah, we know it's not really the best way, but that's how they do it. I don't know why.
But you should be also aware of how they are doing it.
Yeah, like if it's right,
Yeah,
if
if
it
it's
makes
right.
sense.
Always have human rights, guys.
Yeah, you should know your rights, but also, end of the day, Rex, respect your parents, I guess.
Yes.
Not I guess, respect your parents, period. So yeah, just don't take the comparison personally, and maybe when they're in the heat, just put yourself out of the situation. Then when they're calmed down, talk to them, but talk to them wisely. Don't match their energy and you start comparing or you start yelling, because that won't really lead,
To anything.
yeah, anything. If your household is toxic, then you should start you should cut the toxicity and don't pass it to your next generation. Like when you have kids, don't be the next person to be the toxic one in the household.
Yeah.
So
Just be a
cut it. Yeah, just be the bigger person, I guess.
better person.
But
Better
if
than
your parents,
parents.
yeah, but if your parents have right, like they make sense and they're actually doing it for your own good, then yeah, just listen
Yeah.
and maybe say sorry. Like, yeah, respect your parents.
Yeah. In the end, they raised you.
Yeah, in the end, they brought you to life and sacrifice a lot for you.
Other than comparing, don't be competitive to any of your relatives or your siblings. It's like you're saying they're just your enemies in the end, but you guys grew up together. So I don't understand why you guys are trying to compete against each other instead of loving each other. Don't let your relatives affect your relationship with your parents and your siblings.
We're gonna end it there, and we hope that this podcast was interesting to you guys, even though it was not well planned. We're gonna make it up to you guys though the next podcast.
Podcast.
We will be doing polls and questions, more on questions on our Instagram. So follow our Instagram, and
Participate on those. On those what she said.
that's it for today. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
watching. Don't forget to like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, and follow us on Instagram so you can participate
And on
too.
TikTok. Don't forget to comment down below.
Thank you guys for
Thank
watching.
you. Bye.
Bye.